morning, everyone. So get myself up and rolling so I see what I'm doing. All right. All right, so today is Friday, Good Friday, actually. And it's our Ashtanga Friday. So remember, Ashtanga is like the practice that I actually got certified in. I love the practice. So what you'll notice if you're with me every week is that we do the same series every time. So you always know what to expect. You can always kind of progress, watch yourself like, oh, I couldn't do this before, now I can. Oh, that used to, like all these vinyasas used to, exhaust me, but now I'm good. So that is what you can kind of look forward to, is just having that that knowledge of progression. So anyways, so let's go ahead and just get started. We'll probably go to about 45 minutes and then we'll stop, okay? The practice, if you don't remember me saying it before, the practice can be, the full series will go from an hour and a half to 2 hours, the traditional series. So it can be very lengthy, and I don't know, so let's just get started, all right? My dog might be wandering around. He's been wanting to stay over here. So put your feet together. We're going to come into mountain pose. Tuck that belly to your back. You can go ahead and bring those palms forward and then raise the crown of the head up. So go ahead and close your eyes here. And then come into that Ujjayi breath. So nice deep inhale through the nose. And exhale to the bottom of the belly. Remember, we're going to try to bring in that Ujjayi. So as you inhale, you're really kind of trying to awaken the body right here, and exhale all the way down. And as we're here, remember to listen to your body, like I've always said and like to remind you. So if anything causes you any kind of strain, go ahead and just back off the pose and then join me when you're ready. Try to leave everything you've got going on in your life right now, any worry, any list, anything, just try to leave it off your mat right now. We're going to be here for a little while. Just be in this moment, feel the movements, and breathe. Go ahead and gently open our eyes. And we're going to inhale those hands up. And exhale, fold all the way down right here. Slight bend in the knee if you need it. Inhale, lift halfway. Flatten that back. And then exhale, take those hands down to the mat and step your feet back. So we're coming to the top of that plank. And always put those knees down. Exhale as you come down. Flatten those toes. And inhale, lift. Chest forward, look up. Good. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. So you're here for 5 breaths. Go ahead and walk those feet out, or those legs out. Release any tension you have. Remember, hands are nice and wide. You can push into the pads of the fingertips and the palms of the hands. That'll release some pressure off the wrist right there. Keep that belly tucked as we're here. Look at those hands and step your feet forward. Lifting halfway. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, come all the way up. Good, hands come to the side. We're going to do this 2 more times. Inhale the hands up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step your feet back and lower down. Remember, when you're coming down, go ahead and push those shoulders away from you so you're not dumping into that chest. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. I'm going to breathe here. We're here for 5. Remember, at this point, if you get tired at any point where we're here in this child's pose, and I say we're here for 5, you can drop into your child's pose to take a breath, okay, and connect with your breath. This is where we like to try to reconnect. We lost it. All right, look at those hands. Step your feet forward. Lift halfway. Exhale, fold, and inhale. Come all the way up. Hands go ahead and come to the side. Inhale those hands up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Go ahead and step the feet back once again. So push those shoulders away from you. Don't dump into that chest. And exhale down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips. You're here for 5 breaths. Next, inhale, look at those hands. Go ahead and step your feet forward and lift halfway. Exhale, fold, and then inhale, come all the way up to standing. Good, so we're going to go into our second sun salutation. So, Surya Namaskar B. We're going to take those feet together as close as they want to come. Remember, we're all a little bit different, so I usually have a little bit of probably about a thumb distance between my feet. We're going to bend into those knees. So we're coming into our Utkatasana, so our chair pose. Tuck the tailbone under. Inhale the hands up. Good. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, lifting halfway. Take those hands down to the mat. Step your feet back. Push those shoulders away from you and exhale down. So we really engage those shoulders. Inhale, lift. And exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips. So here we're going to change it up. We're going to take that right leg up and then take that right leg into the chest and step it in between those hands. Pivot the left leg down and inhale, come up. We just take one breath here. As we exhale, bring those hands down. Now you have an option to either drop the right foot back or you can float it. So it's up to you. Step that right foot back. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips. So left side comes up. We bring that left knee into the chest and then drop it down in between those hands. Pivoting the right foot and inhale, lift. Good. Exhale, hands come down. Step back that left foot and lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips. So here is 5 breaths for you. Do what you need to. Next inhale, look at those hands. We're going to step our feet forward. Lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Go ahead and bend those knees. Inhale, lift into your Utkatasana. And exhale. So go ahead and stand up. We will do only one more of those. Okay, so feet together. Hands to the side. Remember, tuck that belly. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Hands down to the mat. Step those feet back and lower down. Inhale, lift, chest forward, look up. Good. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Taking that right foot up, we're going to take that right foot into the chest, drop it down in between the hands, and inhale, lift. Remember to pivot that left foot. Good. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Step that right foot back and lower down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips. Left leg comes up, bring it into the chest and drop it in between those hands. Pivot the right foot down. And inhale, come up. Good. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Step that left foot back and lower down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips. So you're here for 5 breaths. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, open the mouth and release all that hot air. Do it again. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Coming back into that Ujjayi breath. Next inhale, look at those hands. Step your feet forward and lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Bending those knees. Inhale into your Utkatasana. And exhale, come into standing. All right. Good job. I know that's a little bit challenging. Maybe we'll build up to the 5 and 5. That is traditional within the practice. Maybe we won't. So keep those feet, bring those feet about hip distance apart. We're going to make sure we tuck that belly to our back so chest comes forward, right? And then that crown of the head, we're going to reach it up to the ceiling. Hands come to the hips. As we inhale right here, and then exhale from those hips, I want you to fold forward. So take the peace fingers, we're going to wrap around the big toes. So you might put a little bend in the knee here. Go ahead and reach the crown of the head forward. And then exhale as you bring the elbows out to the side. So you want to try to draw the crown of the head towards the mat as we breathe here. Engage the belly. We're using the elbows or the arms to pull us deeper to reach that crown of the head. Good. If you can straighten the legs, awesome. If you can't, just keep a little bend in that knee. We're just trying to keep the tailbone high here. Extending through the spine. All right, we're going to inhale, lift only halfway. We're going to take this bend, fold a little bit deeper. So you have an option. You can slide those hands underneath the feet so the toes meet the crease of the hand. Or if that's too much for you, take those hands around the calf from behind and you're going to just draw yourself a little bit deeper. So whichever one you want to take, go ahead and take it down and breathe. For 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and lift halfway. We're going to exhale on the halfway point, and then inhale as we lift all the way up. All right, big step back with that. I'm going to get some water. So stand right there at the top of your mat. Sorry. All right. Let's step back with that right leg. So your right foot is going to be about 45 or a little bit less, so point it a little bit more towards the edge of the mat. We're going to open up into our triangle pose first, okay? So reach forward with that left hand. I like to drop my left hand down and then bring my right hand straight up so my shoulders are nice and stacked here. And then I can slide that left hand down. So wherever that left hand wants to go, as long as you're not leaning forward with that right hand, keep that shoulder nice and high. Find whatever you can all the way to those toes. If you can wrap your peace fingers around the big toes, do so now. And breathe here. Look up to the ceiling if you can, or take your neck wherever is comfortable. So you want to really reach through the fingertips up top. Good, let's inhale, come up. And we're going to take this, so we're going to pivot. We're going to pivot, take our triangle to the end of our mat, to the back of our mat. reach forward with the right hand, drop that right hand down, left hand comes up, and then take that right hand, slide it down. Okay, so you can grab the big toe if you want, and you can breathe here. So as you're here, you're keeping your belly nice and tucked. You're trying to open that left hip back and push that right hip forward. Really trying to flatten that back, like if you were up against a wall. All right, let's inhale, come up. So we're going to pivot our feet. So we're going to try to do a little spinal twist here. So the left foot is going to point towards that back of the mat. We're going to take that left hand up to the ceiling, reach over to the right side. So go ahead and take that left hand to the outside of that right leg. We want to try to open up the right hand and then slide that left hand down. So reverse triangle right here, like a twisted triangle, breathing here. So you're going to be working on balance. You're going to be working on maybe twisting that spine up a little bit. Talking too much, not focusing. All right, let's inhale, come up. Okay, pivoting to the front of the mat. Same thing, front of the mat. So the left foot is forward. We're going to keep those right toes pointing forward. Inhale the right hand and reach over to the left. The outside of that left leg, drop it down. Find that balance, tuck that belly, and lift up that left hand if you can. If not, just keep it on your waist and hang out there. Okay, so whichever one you want to do, go ahead and do it. All right, we're going to inhale, lift up, and then exhale, go ahead and step to the front of your mat. So right here, we're going to take a vinyasa. So at the top of your mat, inhale those hands up, exhale, fold. Inhale, lifting halfway, take those hands down to the mat, step your feet back, push those shoulders away from you, right? You engage them. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips. So you're going to be here for 5 breaths. Remember to keep those hands nice and wide. Solid platform there, pushing into the pads of the fingers, palms of the hands. Broadening up those shoulders. Look at those hands. Step your feet forward and lift halfway. Exhale, hold. And inhale, come all the way up. Good. Exhale, hands come to the side. All right, let's step our foot back with our right foot back now. We're going to take the right foot, point it towards the mat, or the edge of the mat pretty much. Left knee is going to bend. We're going to take that, remember, left knee is going to point towards the pinky toe. We're going to take that left forearm on top. Now open up that right hand over ear. So you have some options here. You can stay here. Try not to push that neck down. We want to keep it nice and long. You can stay here, or you can take that left hand on the outside, as long as it doesn't compromise that back foot. So we want to make sure that back foot is still feeling the outer edge on the mat. Okay, you don't have to be here. You can if you want to. Inhale, lift. Pivoting to the back of the mat. Right leg now is bent. We're going to take that right forearm down on top of that knee, and then open up that left arm over here. So you can look up to that hand. You can drop that hand, the right hand down outside. If you're fingering the side, then put a block there, or come back to the knee. Good, let's go ahead and inhale, lift up. So we're going to take a twist here. So now we got to point those toes to the back of our mat. Bending into that right knee still, taking those hands to heart center. Inhale, lift through the spine, so the crown of the head reaches up. We're going to take the left tricep over to the right side. Take that twist. Find your balance. Tuck that belly to your back. Remember to feel the edge of that left foot. Good, let's inhale, come up. Pivot to the front of the mat. Dropping into the right or the left leg. Right toes point forward. Inhale, lift to the crown once again. Taking that right tricep, we're going to take it over to the left thigh. Push down and breathe here. Crown of the head reaches forward. All right, inhale, come to center, and exhale, go ahead and step to the front of the mat. We're going to take a vinyasa. So inhale, lift the hands up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lifting halfway. Take those hands down to the mat, step your feet back, and lower down. Inhale, lift. Chest forward, shoulders back. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips. So you're going to breathe here for 5 breaths. Remember, at any point in this practice, when we're here, you can drop into your child's pose and regain your breath. Also, if you decide to leave me early, I just ask that you Shavasana, so lay down and relax for a few minutes before beginning your day, all right? Right, next, inhale, look at those hands, step your feet forward. Lift halfway, exhale, fold, and inhale, come all the way up. Good, exhale, hands come to the side. Go ahead and step open with your left foot, or I'm going to go one left, depending on how you're looking at me. You might go with your right, but we're going to stay on the long edge of our mat. So we're going to pivot those toes in, heels slightly out. Make sure to tuck that belly to your back, bring those hands to your side, and tuck so belly to back, we'll tuck that tailbone under. All right, inhale, lift the crown of the head up. Exhale, fold. So take those hands down to the ground below you. Maybe you change your stance a little bit wider. We're going to walk those hands in alignment with those heels right here. So the hands come down. I want to bring that crown of the head towards the mat. So I'm really trying to use my hands to dig me deeper. Okay, I'm taking my belly to my back. And if you feel yourself on your heels, I want you to try to move that balance to the balls of your feet as you breathe here. All right, inhale, walk those hands out. Go ahead and place those hands on your hips as you exhale right here. And then inhale, come all the way up. Good. Inhale, reach the hands straight out to the sides. We're going to take those thumbs and place them on our hips, so on our back. Okay, that's pushing our chest forward or bringing our shoulder blades together. Okay, belly to back, don't forget. And then inhale, reach the crown of the head up, and then exhale as you fold. So here, you're going to make sure not to compromise. You want to keep those shoulder blades working together as we try to bring that crown of the head down to the mat. Keep those toes off to the side. Now you may not go, might be where you're at here. Just be there. It's okay. Well, wherever you fold, you fold. But you don't want to let go of those thumbs or those shoulder blades, the chest forward. Really working on those shoulders here. All right, let's inhale, come up. Go and release those hands. If you need to, go ahead and shake them out. All right, reaching those hands out to the side. Inhale. This time we're taking those hands behind us, and we're going to try to take those palms together, okay? We're going to inhale the belly to the back, yeah? Chest forward, crown of the head reaches, and then exhale as you fold. So my palms used to go together, but they don't like to do that anymore. So I just kind of make sure I really clasp my hands. I'm going to reach the crown of the head towards the mat and allow my shoulders to open up. Maybe push them away from you a little bit, keeping that belly nice and tucked. And remember, try to be more on the balls of your feet instead of the heel. Okay? And keep our tailbone nice and high when we do that. All right, let's inhale. Let's lift all the way up, nice and slow. Good. Go ahead and release those hands. And we have one more fold right here. Take those hands to the hips. Inhale, reach the crown of the head up. And exhale, fold. Place those hands down to the mat. Go ahead and take those peace fingers, wrap them around the big toes. Okay, you can bend the knees to do this. Okay, you can totally bend the knees. Try not to use your thumb. Don't use your thumb. Curl your thumb under. Reach the crown of the head towards the mat. Elbows point up to the ceiling as we try to draw ourselves deeper. So rest into this pose. Keep that belly to your back and use your breath. All right, inhale, lift halfway. You can go ahead and take those hands to your hips as you exhale. And then inhale, come all the way up. And step to the front of your mat. Top of the mat, we're going to do a vinyasa right here. Inhale the hands up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, take those hands down to the mat. Step your feet back. And lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips. You're here for 5 breaths. Remember, broaden those shoulders, feel the armpits, widen it. Open up those hands nice and wide. Tuck the belly to your back, keep that tailbone nice and high. And maybe reaching those heels towards the mat. As we loosen up, we get a little bit longer in those areas. All right, next inhale, look at those hands, step your feet forward. Lifting halfway, exhale, fold, and then inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, bring those hands to the side. Very good. All right, little step back with that, like a half step back with that right leg. Toes are still pointing towards the front. You can keep a narrow base, or you can widen it up a little bit if you want. We're going to take those hands to behind us. Reverse prayer. So reverse prayer. And if you have to, if your hands don't want to come into a reverse prayer, take those knuckles and really push them together. Okay? So half step back with the right foot. Reverse prayer if you've got it. Chest forward, crown of the head reaches up. So we're going to square our body over to that right or left side. And we're going to inhale right here. And exhale, fold over to that left. Maybe taking that knee towards the nose. Or you can look towards those toes. And breathe here. All right, inhale, lift all the way up. And then exhale, I'm going to have you step to the front of your mat and then just take that left foot back. Normally we would pivot and point towards the back of the mat, but we'll just switch our feet. All right, let's take ourselves over to the right side. Inhale, reach through the crown of the head, and then exhale as you fold. Go ahead and look at those toes. Keep your drishti right there, which is your point of focus. Keep that belly nice and tucked. Keep that chest forward. All right, inhale, lift up. And exhale, step to the front of the mat. Go ahead and release that. I like to rotate those hands a little bit. All right, so we're at the front of our mat. We're going to come into some balancing poses here. So let's start with that left foot into the mat. Okay, we're going to take that right leg and bring it straight out in front of us, or if you want, you can just tuck that knee, keeping that foot nice and flexed. So if you want to try to extend out that leg, find that balance. Okay, and then extend out that right leg. A little bend in the knee, can be way up here, doesn't matter. Whoop. Find that balance. Tuck the belly to your back. You want to engage those mula bandhas right here. Keep that chest forward and the crown of the head reaching up. All right, we're going to inhale and lift this right leg and open up to the right. All right, keep breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then go ahead and bring that right leg forward. So everybody extend out that right leg. Hands can come to the hips. Keep the belly nice and tight and bring that chest forward for 3, 2, and inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Go ahead and shake that out. All right. Taking that left leg up. So we're going to keep that balance in that right foot now. Keep that left leg. You can always just keep the knee bent, belly tucked, chest forward. Or you can try for that extension or a little bit of the extension, whatever you have available. Okay, just breathe here. Keeping your belly tucked, chest forward, maybe focusing on something. All right, go ahead and lift, inhale, and open up to the left. So if you've got it, you've got a lot of balance right here, but I don't, look over to the right. All right. Let's go ahead and bring that leg forward. Extend out the leg, everyone. And breathe here for 5, 4, these aren't full breaths. 3, 2, go ahead and inhale, lift that leg, and then exhale, release. All right, we're gonna take a vinyasa right here. So inhale the hands up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lifting halfway. Go ahead and take those hands down to the mat. Step your feet back. Push up. And exhale down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips. Go ahead and breathe here. Next, inhale, look at those hands, step your feet forward. And lift halfway. Exhale, fold. And inhale, come all the way up. All right, exhale, hands come to the side. So we are going to come into our tree pose. So remember, you have lots of options in your tree pose. You can just, we're gonna start with the left foot into the mat. Right foot has lots of options. And you also have the option of taking that right foot and bringing it into half lotus. Okay? So if you're here in half lotus and you want, take that right hand around you. We're going to try to grab those big toes. And if you do grab those big toes, you can fold. I can't grab my big toe right now. Okay, so I'm going to just stand right here. And I am going to grab my left wrist. I'm going to keep my chest forward, belly to back, gain my mula bandhas as I breathe. I'm going to point that knee towards the ground. All right, everybody inhale those hands up. And exhale, release everything. Good. All right. So let's go on to the opposite leg. So right foot comes into the mat. Go ahead and take that left leg wherever you want it. So you can just come into your typical tree pose. Okay, those are your options. Or you can take that left foot into your half lotus. If you do happen to wrap around, you know what you're doing. And you can fold. But that's if you already have it in your practice. Keep that belly nice and tucked so you don't want the tailbone sticking out. You want it curled under. Chest forward. Finding some balance. All right, inhale those hands all the way up. And go ahead and exhale and release everything. Good. Let's take a vinyasa. Inhale the hands up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, hands come to the mat. Step your feet back and lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips. Instead of our breaths here, we're going to inhale that right leg up. Step it in between those hands. Pivot the left hand down, or left foot down, and inhale up into your warrior one. So we're going to be here for 5 breaths. So keep your stance nice and strong. Hips are forward. Bring those shoulders down away from the ears. Now you can take those hands together if you want. It's up to you. And look at those hands. All right, let's inhale that right leg. We're going to keep the hands up high. We're going to pivot ourselves to the back of the mat and dropping into that warrior one on the left leg now. Keep those hands straight up and breathe. Shoulders are over the hips. Hips are pointing towards the back of the mat. All right, let's open up into our warrior two. So hands come open to the sides. Reach through those fingertips. Keep those shoulders right over those hips. Keep the belly to your back. Legs are nice and strong. And then look over that left hand. All right, inhale, straighten that left side, dropping into the right knee. So same thing to the right side. All right, we're going to take that right hand down to the mat, windmill those left hand down. Go ahead and pivot on that left foot so that's pointing, you're on your toes, and then take that right leg back. Now you can hover it if you want. Exhale down. And inhale, lift. Tuck those toes, lift those hips. So you're breathing here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and go ahead and cross those feet on the mat. I want you to come down to a seat. All done with our standing sequence. Go ahead and take those legs straight out in front of you. We're going to flex those feet. Take that belly to your back and the hands come off to the side of the hips. We're going to push into the hands, roll the shoulders back. So the feet are flexed, which are engaging the legs. Belly to back, shoulders are back, chest forward. And then go ahead and bring that chin to your chest and engage the Mula Bandha. We're going to hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and inhale, lift the head. Good, we're going to inhale those hands up and exhale, fold. So you can grab the peace fingers around the big toes. You can grab the hands around the sides, or if you have it, you can grab the hands behind the feet. So there's actually 3 different moves, but we're going to take them all in one. So you choose yours. Inhale, lift the chest forward, and then exhale just a little bit deeper. So remember those breaths here, the nice deep inhale. As I exhale, I want to send that energy to the back of my legs. Okay, relax. Okay, inhale, lift up. So for the sake of time, we're just going to bring those knees into our chest. Okay, push those hands away from us and then drop down. Normally you would do an actual chaturanga there, so vinyasa. We're going to take those hands behind us, fingers pointing forward. So you can have your reverse tabletop here, which looks like this, okay? Or you can point those toes straight out. And we're going to lift up through the hips, reverse plank right here. Breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then exhale those hips down. Very good. All right, so you would also take a vinyasa there. We're going to save our time right here and squeeze, and then exhale down. So we're going to take our right leg into the left thigh. So left leg is straight, right foot, the foot is right into that thigh. I'm going to square my body over to the left side. Inhale as I lift, and exhale, go ahead and grab whatever you can. Remember, calf, knee, foot, whatever you have. Inhale, lift one more time, and then exhale, fold a little bit deeper right here. inhale, come up, cross those legs together, push the hands away from you, and step over to the opposite side. So right leg is straight, left foot is into the thigh. Squaring my body over to the right, I'm going to inhale, and then exhale, take it to wherever you can. Just remember, the hands should meet. So you don't want one hand in front of the other. I'm going to inhale, lift one more time, bring that chest forward, shoulders back, and then exhale, fold. All right, let's inhale, lift up. So we are going to take a full vinyasa right here. So go ahead and roll onto your hands, step your feet back, and you can always skip it and just do the little crunch that we've been doing. Exhale down. Inhale, lift, and exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips. Go ahead and find yourself back to your mat. Just want to keep our bodies nice and warm. We're going to skip some of the seated right now and take that right foot kind of right next to that left thigh, about hand distance apart. I'm going to take that right hand behind us. Inhale the left hand, make sure to flex that left foot and take your twist. Now remember, if you're expecting or it's just more comfortable for you, you can always twist open. All right, so it's your choice. Just keep that belly to your back, the crown of the head reaches up, and make sure to engage that left foot. All right, inhale, look forward, and let's just switch sides. Left hand comes behind you, flexing that right foot. Inhale the right hand, and then take your twist right here. Keep the crown of the head nice and lifted. Keep the belly to the back. All right, inhale, look forward. Let's cross those legs. You can either push them into your chest or you can take the vinyasa. I'm going to step my feet back to the top of my plank. Exhale down. Inhale, lift, and tuck the toes, lift the hips. Coming back into that seat. So for the sake of time, we're going to move into just a couple finishing sequence. We're going to take our bridge pose. So go ahead and lay down. We're going to take those feet hip distance apart. Okay? Toes point towards the edge of your, or the top of your mat. We're going to inhale right here. And exhale. Inhale one more time. And then lift those hips as you exhale. Push them up to the ceiling. Maybe walk those shoulders under. Okay? Clasping those hands underneath. I want you to really push into that foot. Okay? Bring the hips up. So remember not to open up those knees or collapse them in. We want to keep them nice and strong, those legs. All right, shoulders out first as we exhale those hips down. Now, some people like to bring the knees into the chest, so you're welcome to do that. I just like to take a nice deep inhale. And on my exhale, I like to just roll the tailbone under. And then inhale one more time. And as I exhale, I push my hips up. You can take those hands to the hips. Keep those elbows down on the mat. Lift you a little bit higher. Keep those legs nice and strong. And squeeze those glutes. Chin looks up to the ceiling, okay? Don't move that neck around. All right, let's exhale those hips down, shoulders out. Again, nice breath here. And one more time, we're going to inhale. Exhale, lift those hips a little bit higher. So now, if full wheel is part of your practice, you can always do it at any point when we do these 3 lifts. It's up to you. Good. Exhale those hips, the shoulders out first, hips come down. So I'm going to take my knees into my chest right here. I'm going to rock myself a little bit from side to side. And I want to rock myself up to a seat. So depending on what your bridge look like, we want to always take our hands up here and then just fold. So this isn't, you can bring those shoulders around the ears, you can have a rounded back, it doesn't matter. We're just kind of reversing what we just did in our bridge pose. All right, let's inhale, come up. So like we did yesterday, I think it was, we're going to take our little rolls around because those are always fun. It's always a fun finishing pose. And we're going to try to take our legs into a half lotus or a full lotus. So remember, you can take your feet. If this is all you have available, just grab those feet as we start to roll on our back, okay? Keep the lower belly engaged and the mula bandha strong. You can take a half lotus, which is here, okay, as we roll. If you have it available, take that full lotus. All right, so we're going to take those knees into the chest, and we're going to take our roll. So remember, we're trying for 8. Go ahead and roll around. So when you come back into your starting position, we're going to take those hands about a couple inches in front of those hips so we can lift off. So remember, it's not the length of our arms, and you can take a block, the yoga blocks, and put them there and push your hands into them. It's more the strength of your lower belly, and we're going to engage that mula bandha. So bring those knees in, keep that lower belly engaged. Hands come down and go ahead and lift up enough and breathe here. 5, 4, 3, 2, good, and exhale down. All right, we're going to finish. You can bring that hands to the front. You can release those legs. We're going to come into that top of our plank. Okay, and exhale down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips. Go ahead and step down into your seat. And we are going to finish one more time with our boat poses. So we're going to just finish here and come into our Shavasana. Bring those knees into the chest. Find the balancing point. Come forward from your tailbone. Bring those hands out and legs come out. Try to still stay forward from that tailbone, chest forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, and bring those knees in. Push those hands away from you and come back out for 5, 4, 3, 2, and bring those knees in. Push those hands away from us. And last one for 5, 4, 3, 2, go ahead and come into your low boat for 5, 4, 3, 2, and exhale all the way down. Bring those hands above the head. We're going to inhale, tightening every bit of the body up. And release. One more time. Inhale, tighten every bit of the body up. And exhale, release. Maybe you're bringing those feet off to the sides of the mat. The hands to the sides. Closing your eyes and coming into that natural breath. Walking your mind from the toes all the way to the top of your head, throughout your body. Seeing if you can find any tension in those muscles. And if you do, go ahead and release them into the mat. So you're going to rest here for a couple minutes, and I'm going to watch the time for you. As you slowly begin to bring yourself back to this moment, begin by wiggling the fingers and toes. Moving your head from side to side. And bringing your knees into your chest. Then rock yourself from side to side. Dropping your knees to one side as you use your hands as a pillow to rest there. Taking one final breath before coming up to a seat at the top of your mat. Thank you, Melinda, Maria, Michelle, Simone, and Patty for joining me today. I hope we see more of you and hope you enjoyed it. You guys have a wonderful Easter and a great weekend. Let's take a couple breaths together. Inhale the hands up and exhale. Good. Inhale, lift those hands and bring those hands to your minds for positive thoughts, to your lips for kind words, and to your heart for a thankful heart. Thank you everyone for joining me today. Have a wonderful day. Namaste. Good job. Let me know how you liked it. We did the full standing sequence. We kind of skipped through some of the seated and just hit a couple of the finishing. So hope you enjoyed it. Talk to you soon.